Good morning. It's Sunday, June 14th, and we're going to continue our discussion on action and problem solving with a prompt from the Daily Stoic which reads, do I have a hold on the right handle of this situation? So today's prompt comes from one of Epictetus's most noteworthy concepts, in which he says, every event has two handles, one by which it can be carried, and another by which it can't. So the real challenge, or perhaps better put, the real opportunity, is in our choosing of which handle to see and then carry. Every situation is like this. You can see problem, or you can see opportunity. You can see abject failure, or you can see a fresh start. You can see the end of something, or you can see the beginning of another. Now, we've talked a lot about the compounding power of many small decisions made with high consistency. But here, Epictetus is referring to something more profound and significant in its ability to alter our course. The handle in life that you choose to see and carry can matter immensely. Whether you choose to see good over bad, motivation over hopelessness, forgiveness over anger, changes the direction of our days and perhaps even the trajectory of our lives. I mentioned this once before, but in early 2017, I had found myself in a very destructive and dangerous relationship with alcohol. I had gone from drinking more than I would like to admit to drinking more than I would admit. And I knew I wasn't doing something right. I knew there was no debating the concerningly high blood pressure I had received or the elevated liver enzymes that I found myself with. I could no longer attempt to convince myself that panic attacks were normal or that alcohol-induced sleep was commonplace among other people. I could see the train wreck coming, but try as I might, I just couldn't stop the car. I made many attempts to control my behavior and to rein things in, but each attempt continued to come up empty. It was an extremely frustrating and frightening period of my life. I had lost control. Looking back in hindsight, I now realize I was trying to carry the wrong handle. This led me down to a path of continuing to try to fix things over and over again in the same manner, hoping for different results, and ultimately and routinely leaving me with nothing but disappointment and broken promises. Then came April 20th, 2017, and everything changed. Now, I have to acknowledge that much of that motivation that led me to that day came from my wife in the form of patience, support, and ultimately an ultimatum. But that was the day that I flipped a switch and gave up alcohol for good. Just like that, it was gone. And the people that I've shared this story with often ask how difficult that was, how I handled the temptation to drink. What was it that made my desired and changed behavior stick this time? It's like that famous optical illusion in which at first glance you might only see the profile of a duck in its beak. And then you relax your eyes and you look at it again and you see a rabbit with its lengthy ears rotated 90 degrees. Now you're capable of seeing both images. It was that I had finally seen and accepted the other handle of the situation. This was my rebirth, not a tragic ending. I would choose pride over shame. I could see the opportunity to build new, positive habits instead of just breaking old, self-destructive ones. I would choose freedom and ownership over bondage to a controlling master. As I think back to 3 years ago, I can hardly recognize that person that I was before. I've done enough exploration to understand how and why I got to that point. And I do confidently believe that should I decide to, I could drink again without issue. But I'm much happier where I'm at. So for now, it's not really a consideration for me. Maybe later, maybe not. What matters more is that I'm capable of seeing both handles here. I know what happened when I tried to hold the first handle. There couldn't be a starker contrast in all facets of my life between that and when I chose to grab the other handle. When confronted with any situation, perspective matters. What we choose to see and our framing of it dictate the options that are available to us. So remember what Epictetus taught his students. If you're incapable of progressing forward while carrying one handle, just reach out and grab the other. Hope you have a great day. Bye.